hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and T getting a late start today. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, man. Long day. How you doing?
Yeah, it's been a long day. Mm-hmm. You've been gone all day.
All day. Just got home.
Yeah. You look like you're in a wonderful mood.
I'm in a great mood.
I got to be honest with you.
Yep.
Keep in mind, you're going to Thursday Night Football. So.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get.
Yeah.
One more day.
Something sounds different.
Yeah?
I don't know what it is. Yeah, does it sound normal to you?
It's a little hot, maybe.
Yeah, a little hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
boy.
had some nerds working.
I always got to look at my levels to make sure I didn't do something.
Accidental bump.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I don't see an accidental bump.
I
Anyway,
didn't touch anything. Wasn't me.
yeah, wasn't me either. But it's definitely a little hotter than normal. So
Sorry, you sound
Nerds.
fantastic, though.
Do I?
You sound really, really good. Really, really good.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because you do.
Really?
I mean, you were coming through so clean.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
being a dickhead.
I am not.
Yeah, you're doing something.
I am not. You
What's
sound
going on?
great.
Don't take your shitty mood out on me, sir.
Dude, come on. Listen, what are you talking about? You sound fantastic.
Well, I thank you. You sound good as well. It has been a long day. A lot of going through shit, a lot of stupid shit in the news. We need I don't know what we need. We need a shake-up.
Need a good war?
Yeah, we need a 9/11. You know what I mean? Everything that just kind of resets everything.
A little epidemic? Pandemic?
Not that again. No, that gives too much to the power-hungry big heads in the country. It gives them too much.
They tell you, buddy, they got the power anyway.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
know.
need a pandemic to.
That's true, but
Flex.
that lets them just like under the guise if we give a shit about people, behave however they want.
Adorable.
It's adorable.
And anybody actually believes that.
It's almost a good thing in that so many people were awakened. Like everyone knew they were just criminals and liars across the board, politicians.
Mm-hmm.
But now they see it on a different level. I think. I think a lot of people. Do.
I hope some eyes have been opened, but I don't know that it's as many as you hope.
There are a lot of stupid people, aren't there?
There's a lot of sheep.
I don't know if they're stupid or just unaware.
Could you explain the difference?
Well, I understand people that are like, look, man, I got a job to focus on and I got a family to focus on. I don't have time or the power to do anything about these clowns that run things. I don't have time to concern myself with it. And so I understand that. Does that make them stupid or ignorant or
No.
perhaps less informed, maybe? But I don't think it makes them...
I don't know that those are the people that we're concerned with.
You don't think?
No. The ones that are just indifferent about everything, I don't think they're the ones that affect anything.
But maybe they do vote. I don't know. Do they vote? Or they not even bother?
Probably on some level they vote. But
Some of them do. Yeah. I do have an interesting poll we'll get to maybe later on today.
don't worry about your poll.
Well,
I don't want to see your poll.
it's a very uninteresting poll. It's a shriveled up, non-existent poll.
It's a very average poll.
It's not even average. It's very, very subpar poll. But the poll I'm talking about is a story about Kamala Harris. And it's one of those word that comes to your mind. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of an interesting poll. Let's see what majority people think. Because there's such an effort. They don't know what to do. They've got a real problem.
They have a real problem.
Yeah, because they've got a fucking dead guy right now that they're trying to prop up like, hey, nothing to see here. Just a dead guy. You've all dead people die all the time.
Vice twat.
Nothing to see here. And then you got this vice idiot who's unlikable by every measure. And they're trying to just deny that. And she's been like the greatest thing ever. But the polls are saying differently. Now, how much faith do I have in the polls? Almost none.
Sure, of course.
But when they're all saying the same thing over and over and over, you got to kind of wonder and go,
Something there.
something there. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that a little
good.
bit later. I found it interesting. They're starting already the exodus from Rumble. The major brands are pulling out. You know,
Really?
we have to take the living away from Russell Brand
Okay.
at every turn. This is so communist in nature. I don't even know what to make of it anymore, man.
know.
I honestly don't. It's so scary.
Tell me again what this guy's crime was. Let me refresh my memory of the heinous
There's
crimes
rumor.
against humanity
There's
that this guy did.
rumor there's rumor that he was sexually inappropriate, whether you use sexual assault. We're seeing stories like he hugged a friend of mine and pushed his groin into hers. I'm like, okay.
Strong move.
Maybe, sure. Maybe he came in for a strong hug. Maybe you just saw it that way. Maybe it was interpreted that way. Okay, where's the crime in this?
So where does this become public enemy number one?
Right. Well, when you start going against when you start amassing an audience and you're not going along with the preferred
Where's Epstein's
narrative.
client list, by the way?
Yeah, that.
No.
What are you doing?
Real crimes?
Russell Brand. Russell Brand.
Look over here, kids.
Yeah, shiny object over here.
over
Russell
here.
Brand.
Makes you wonder what's going on. Anytime there's something like this that consumes the media.
Yeah.
It makes me
all
wonder.
consuming. It should make you wonder. I don't know if it's a badge of honor because it still does have consequences. You know what I mean? Like when you have major companies pulling out, at some point, Rumble's got to go, I don't know. I don't know what we do. YouTube demonetized. Now, let's be clear. When they say YouTube demonetized Russell Brand, that means they took Russell Brand's money away. That in no way means that they're not still running ads and they're collecting theirs for it.
Right.
Okay? So let's be crystal clear about this.
Oh, the irony.
YouTube isn't losing their money. They're just making sure Russell Brand doesn't get it.
Everything is still status quo except the check going to Russell Brand.
Right, because that's the country we all believed we lived in, where obviously you're guilty. As long as the public says it, as long as media reports come out. So you had the three media groups, the BBC was involved, Channel 4, whatever involved, and the Sunday Times or whatever it is over there in Britain. Now, what you didn't have in this story that I think is sort of key, you didn't have women come forward and seek out the press or the police. You had these news agencies scour around for women that had any interaction with Russell Brand, and then found 4 bitches that went, yeah, he was inappropriate with me. Whether they were, dumped, and the gravy train ended, I don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
You're making it impossible to not stand up for Russell Brand is what you're doing. And we don't live in a country, and I wouldn't think Europe this was very popular there too, that we just wipe out someone's ability to earn a living based on no charges, even when someone is a fucking serial criminal and they go to prison, they're still allowed to come out and earn a living. Right? Those are people convicted, they've done their time, whatever. These are just rumors and speculation and
listen, Mike,
allegations.
they're not taking away his livelihood. They're just saying he can't make his money on YouTube. He can still do whatever he needs to do. Sure. But it's not going to be on our watch.
Right. Yeah. We know what you're doing. Yeah. We know exactly what you're doing. So if you're wondering which brands, Burger King is one of those brands.
Oh.
Is Burger King even relevant anymore?
No.
Like, I'd go for a good Whopper. I still stand by the chicken sandwich.
I'm telling you, I think...
But I don't know where you get a good one anymore.
I think Whopper's the best sandwich out there. As far as a fast food burger.
Well, that's taking stuff like Fat Burger off the table. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean... You know what I mean? Like, I guess. But I've never had a Fat Burger.
Oh, shit, dude, you're going to...
Well, okay.
Next level. I'm telling you.
Fair.
I know you
That's
well
fine.
enough. It's next level.
Okay.
But, okay, so you're talking about Dave's single. You're talking about a Big Mac. You're talking about a quarter pounder. You're talking about a Whopper.
And I don't go nearly enough. I don't go very often at all.
No, I don't
But
either.
a Whopper, just the toppings, the size, the girth of it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's the way it goes.
It's special.
Yeah.
It's special when done right. When done wrong, like Ghetto Southfield.
Sure.
Burger King, like it's you can't go there. You just can't go. It's unfortunate. We've got some of the best chains around. Wendy's is doable. McDonald's is absolutely not doable. You can't go to that McDonald's.
Dude, I stopped there before we went fishing a little while ago.
For
McDonald's.
I know,
breakfast.
like breakfast. Okay, breakfast.
Yep, early morning.
Okay.
On a Saturday or a Sunday.
All right.
It was. I'm like, okay, man, this will be in and out. This will be all right. I pull
Hilarious.
up. There's the 2 lanes. There's 1 car in each lane. Okay.
Wait, they were both open?
Both lanes were open.
Holy shit, that's remarkable.
Exactly. I pull up, and then I pick the inside lane.
Good move.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
Of the 2, pick the inside lane. We didn't move. The cars in front of me did not move for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then by then, I was on the inside lane. 5 other cars had pulled up behind me and next to me. I couldn't get out. I was trapped.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about just fucking fuming?
Yeah.
Livid? Like, they weren't putting in their order. It wasn't like backed all the way up. There was no cars between the menu and the window.
And this surprises you. Why? You've been here long enough. You know that.
It's like, dude, how can you, like, literally, you didn't take a single order.
Right.
In 10 minutes. Neither of these cars moved. The fuck are you doing in there?
Yeah. Nothing. They might not have even been there.
Right.
I've seen it, dude, where they open at a certain time, and I was there early for some reason. I can't remember what it was. And literally saw the employees showing up, 40 minutes late to work. just showing up. To open the store, turn the lights on and stuff. Like, let alone fire up the grills and the fryer and all that shit.
Thanks for coming in. Yes.
Yeah, it's so absurd. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are times during the day you can go there where you get what is their version of the A team.
Sure.
But if you go there, it's probably super prime time.
I was hoping that Sunday morning crowd might have been it.
No, I've gotten fucked on there, just thinking the same thing. Like, I'll go here first thing,
Yep.
No, forget it. If you go late, forget it. If you go early, forget it.
Yep.
There's
that midday window.
Yeah, and not when it's a rush, because that's a shit show. But if you catch it at that 2:30 window or something, you might be able to get in and out of there. Right. I don't even try it anymore.
No.
I'm done. I'd rather
That was
drive.
my final straw.
I'm telling you, my move is to go Telegraph and drive 20 minutes north.
Yep.
And the one there at Square Lake or whatever. I go to that one. That one's great. It's great McDonald's. Yeah. And so...
that was one of 2 options between here and Tucci's. Actually, though, it's the only one now because they closed the one by him.
By him. And that one has fallen off dramatically until it finally closed. But that one was doable, and I've been there dozens of times. I'm going to Tucci's and just need to grab something to fill that belly before we get the day going.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I do.
So Burger King is out. They paused advertisements on Brand's Rumble channel. Burger King has paused all advertising on the channel while investigations into the allegations are ongoing.
Let me know how that turns out.
Yeah. Sure.
And who's investigating?
Metropolitan Police.
Okay. I thought maybe Burger King was investigating.
They are, and I don't know how much pressure they're getting from people from those 3 media outlets, especially that have gone after Russell Brand.
Yep.
It just seems premature that you shut everything down about this person and
then
destroy
we're going to
him.
investigate.
And now we're going to investigate.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're talking about allegations that go back 20 years, 10 years at a minimum. Like, good luck getting to the bottom of that. You are talking about a classic he said, she said, with no possibility of any evidence being around that would bolster his story or her story. You're basically just, presumption of innocence be damned. This is just how we're living now. And it's impossible, I'm sorry, it's impossible not to recognize the quite clear and radical change in Russell Brand into being more awakened to what these people were really doing, whether it's COVID, the border crisis, Ukraine. He's hitting all the hot button topics.
Do you notice that?
All of them. Yeah. It's impossible not to notice. He's hitting all of those, just like Joe Rogan did. Luckily, we're such a tiny show that no one gives a shit. We're not worth it. But believe me, if we were to gain an audience of some sort, we'd be no different. They'd be interviewing every chick that's ever walked by us, ever been to a bar remote, we've ever stuck our dicks in to find out if anyone can smear us in any way. That's where that would go. I mean, it just is. We've seen it way too often with these people.
That's the bullet in their gun.
It is. HelloFresh. So that's are they the company that sends meals to your house?
I believe that is them.
Are those all garbage?
I don't know if they're all garbage, but I think
the ones I've
tried
are pretty much garbage. I don't know.
It's a fucking microwave dinner, in the mail.
But
supposedly,
but it only takes 3 minutes.
They're getting better. They're prepared by chefs.
Fuck out of here. Oh, did the chefs prepare 1 million meals?
Chef Boyardee?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, chef from South Park. Who is your chef, by the way?
Say, everybody ever seen my balls? Big and salty and brown.
HelloFresh has pulled ads from all of Rumble, telling News Movement when it reached out about the allegations, "Thanks for pointing this out to us. We have manually removed our ads from Rumble. fashion company ASOS. Is that ASOS? Just ASOS? I don't know. I've seen that.
I've seen ASOS?
Yeah, I've seen that.
No idea.
I've seen that name before. They pulled their ads this week, thank God.
Oh,
if you want to know if ASOS is on the right side of history, they take sexual assault very seriously.
Good for them.
The allegations, so it was a joint investigation. That's great when media organizations come up to attack one person, when they come together. The Sunday Times, The Times, and Channel 4 dispatches.
Their stock price is down 2%. So
ASOS? Good.
Yeah, maybe that's got something to do with it.
The report, they were able to dig up 4 women. Again, let's be crystal clear. These women did not seek out the media or the police. The media sought them out. And so they probably tracked down thousands of women, and they got 4. That for whatever reason, you could probably find 4 bitches in our orbit that felt like we fucked them over in some way,
sure,
broke up with them prematurely, cheated on them, whatever we may have done that could smear our names too.
Yep.
You know that, and if you're being honest with yourself, anybody that's lived any sort of a fun life out there, had a little bit of fun along the way, you could probably find individuals in your history and your personal story that could smear you as well. I would hope that
right or wrong.
Right.
People can have an axe to grind,
irrelevant.
A vendetta.
Irrelevant.
Sure.
Irrelevant. And the one thing we can all agree on is the idea of a broad being crazy is not possible. Obviously, we know through the history of mankind, that's never happened.
Nope.
So that's why we choose to believe all women all the time, regardless.
Hashtag.
Yeah, and we're not interested in hearing your side of the story. In fact, we'd rather you shut the fuck up. The report said 4 women. Names have not been disclosed, of course, to protect them. Let's just throw Brand's name out there. No, they are not.
No, okay.
No, the one that claimed to be 16 at the time is now 31.
But
so we're going back to high school.
But didn't we figure out 16 was the age of consent in England?
It is.
So it's not even a crime.
Right.
Just clarifying.
Rape is a crime.
Rape is.
Yeah.
But that would have been statutory rape, just banging an underage chick. But technically, she's not underage for England.
Right.
We like them young over there.
Look at you, stickler for the rules. And the
laws. It's just a curse.
So one woman claims Brand raped her. Another says Brand sexually assaulted her. Amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute.
The woman that said that he raped her, did she just say this for the first time recently? She didn't ever tell anybody. She didn't report it. She didn't.
Whether or not she told anybody, I haven't read that anywhere.
Okay, well, at least reported it, filed. Anything. There was nothing at the time. My point of 20 years ago, whenever this supposedly happened, that there was nothing at the time.
No.
Okay, just checking.
She might have been one. Hold on. One of them apparently went to a rape crisis center, one of those that chicks go to the next morning, which kudos to her if that's true, and she did do that. I don't know if that center exists, what they claim, if they remember her, if they have file of her, whatever things they did to her.
Not reporting it does in no way, shape, or form mean that it didn't happen.
No,
right?
Of course not.
I've known enough people that have not reported things. That I know that it happened. So I'm not dismissing it on its face that way. I'm just curious for the basis of this story.
100%. And I agree with you. Yeah. I can, if you have a woman out there, their decision is, no matter where this goes, it doesn't change the fact of what I believe happened. Okay? So it's not like by going this route, yes, I got to go through police interviews, or I got to go through doctors' care and people invading my privacy and all that kind of stuff. None of that fixes what was done to me. So my choice is I put myself through all that shit. You know what a pain in the ass it is to go to a doctor's appointment?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine going to DA's offices and police stations, having people question your role in it.
Well, like, you just have to relive it over and over. Exactly. When you just want it to go away.
So we totally can understand why a woman would not go that route. It does not mean the incident didn't happen.
No,
100%.
And the second that they prove that he raped somebody, he can go fuck himself. I'm done.
Right.
But
of course.
But until that time, I'm not, go fuck yourself,
right,
Russell Brand.
Right.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt. You are innocent until proven guilty. That's what this whole fucking system is built
Sure.
Not, we're going to cut you off at the knees because we heard a story.
Yeah.
And then we're going to investigate it and find out if it's true.
By the way, 20 years after the fact, or 15 years, or 10 years after the fact. I think the latest thing of like, oh my God, he hugged me and his dick touched my thigh was like 2016. So even that one, you're going back almost 8 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of statute of limitations there are. What sort of responsibility is on people to be like, okay, you expect us to conduct an investigation 15 years after the fact. What do you expect to find? What do you expect? Like,
I mean, we all know after
someone.
the first 24, it's just a cold case.
Sure is. Crusty, dried up, cold case.
Yep. If you don't find it in the first 24 hours, man, odds go way, way down.
Brand has also questioned the media coordination. It's impossible not to. Sorry, not to defend Russell Brand. I've never thought of myself as a Russell Brand defender, but it's impossible not to
here we are.
Recognize that coordination. You see it enough times, you kind of start recognizing it.
Exactly.
His legal team was given 8 days to respond to all allegations and question how Brand could specifically refute the allegations if he's not permitted to know the names of the accusers.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Be kind of hard.
Bit of a conundrum.
Like, Troy, if I just said, there are 3 women in your life who claim you were sexually inappropriate with them, what say you? Wouldn't the first question out of your mouth be...
I was going to name them.
Right. You almost probably could. Like, oh, okay, the craziest 3. Obviously, top of mind, X, Y, and Z would be my guess, you know. It's not going to be this one that dumped me, blah, 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 whatever. But, yeah, it's interesting that, you know, half the problem for Russell Brand is he's a young, back, 20 years ago, young comic movie star. He's clearly witty and smart and
charming and charismatic.
Sure, which is a easy way to close.
Oh,
if you're
helps.
wondering the best way to close, be charming and funny and smart.
You can be good looking. You can be charming. But if you can be good looking and charming, panty dropper.
Yeah, panty dropper, exactly. Being promiscuous is not a crime.
No.
Crushing tons of pussy is not a crime.
Nope.
Promiscuous women are absolute trailblazers. They're strong. They're living their best life. They're praised in society and brave. They're also victimless. We see that time and time again. Anyone comes out and like, oh, how dare you judge me? I'm doing what I can, and I'm a strong woman. And if I want to get dick, I get dick. And it's like, wow.
I'm so proud.
So men are viewed as pigs, taking advantage of weak. They're misogynistic. They're taking advantage of vulnerable people, and also they're presumed guilty no matter how old or credible any such claims or allegations may be.
Yeah.
That's the way it appears.
Seems to hold course, yeah.
So, I don't know. All that being said, I don't know what Russell Brand did or did not do with any of these girls.
Nope.
All I know for certain is how the media behaves when people don't play ball with their approved narrative. And this we see time and time again. So
there's definitely a pattern.
Yeah. And what you've done is already enough. You've done enough to Dave Portnoy's reputation just by throwing out wild allegations that he's wildly disproven instantly to clear his good name. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
That follows him around to the point that Emily Zigheil put out in her article, oh, yeah, he's just misogynistic and blah, blah, blah. How do you respond? Well, says who? Says the people that he absolutely smashed publicly when they tried that shit?
Yep.
So, but no, that still sticks to him.
Of course.
This will stick to Russell Brand.
It will.
Forever. There's nothing he can do about that.
Yeah.
So,
like OJ.
Yeah, exactly.
It just sticks with you. It follows you around.
It does.
It's like herpes. It just doesn't go away.
Doesn't go away. He is now begging his fans to spend $60 a year on, not OJ, but Russell Brand. A year on a subscription to his Rumble channel after being cut off from YouTube. He went live on the platform. $5
a month. That's pretty good.
What's that?
$5 a month.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. which has seen him lose so far the backing of publishers, agents. His stand-up tour is postponed. So they've literally done everything they can to cancel any potential for making money.
Yeah, and by the way, you can't defend yourself against this.
No.
Because you don't know who they are, you don't know what we're talking about, but your entire world is collapsing around you.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
It's amazing.
He's a guy. Fuck him.
Unbelievable.
About 70,000 viewers tuned into his stream in which Brand launched a fresh attack on the so-called corporate, state, and global media in a long video where he urged his followers to oppose increasingly authoritarian centralized power. If you're watching this on YouTube or anywhere else, eventually you're going to have to click the link in the description and join us over on Rumble. And if you become a supporter, it's the only way that you can back our independent voice at a time where it's being challenged. You now know that I've been demonetized on YouTube, fully well aware that the government wrote to social media platforms to demand that I be further censored. Saturday, Brand thanked his supporters for questioning the allegations of rape and sexual assault made against him. Yeah, you're welcome. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. I'm not going to do that to anybody.
Nope.
Just automatically assume guilt.
No, nor should you. Nor is that the system is not based on that.
And I would hope you would grant me the same.
Of course. Why? Yeah. It just boggles my mind that this seems to be okay on any level.
Yeah, it seems communistic. I don't know what else to say. Like it's a shitty world we're living in, and maybe this is just the rubber band snapping back for years of like, well, what did you expect? Dressed like that, sweet tits, you know?
Yeah, but
maybe there was too much of that, and no women were believed. You know, where it was like, what kind of proof do you have, sweetheart? You know, and they just kind of shit on them.
That's fine, but this, I mean, at least do your due diligence. Do the bare minimum of an investigation on this before the knee-jerk reaction,
right,
of all of this.
And why do you need three of Britain's biggest media outlets to come together to work in coordination?
What happens when he disproves this?
They'll just go,
and they turn his monetization back on and monetization back on.
Sure.
But does he get any of the back pay? Does he get any of the restitution? Any of the other bullshit?
No. And who does it, you know, and it'd be very hard to sue a media outlet because they're like, hey, these women said these things happened and all we did was report on it. Who cares that we sought them out? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
This was the story we had.
This is the story we had. Why? I still don't understand why you need three media outlets in coordination to work together to compile all the best evidence.
But the thing is that there's no liability to on some level because they're just reporting the story, right? They're not the ones that are actually canceling him. They're not the one demonetizing him.
But they know what the effect was.
I understand that, but that's the disconnect. That's the separation of church and state in this thing.
Right.
Right? They do it, they react to it, but neither one of them are liable on some level.
Right.
Because they're just putting it out there with the information they have. They're reacting to the information they were given.
We have to be careful here that we don't make the mistake of comparing America and American law to Britain. Like the British government wrote and was like, are you going to cancel him too, Rumble? Like, talk about non-separation of church and state, right? But let's be crystal clear. Nowhere else on planet Earth, I don't care what anyone tells you, exclusively American is our freedom of speech, right? First Amendment rights.
Yeah.
That is this is the difference. So, yeah, sure. While we see that going on in our country, and it's appalling. It's appalling. I don't give a shit what kind of work you're doing in coordination when you have levels of the White House reaching out to all the social media companies going, hey, we saw this post we didn't like. Man, take this down. Cancel this guy. And it was just like boom, 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 boom. Every day. Yep. Every day they were blowing people out on that stuff until Elon Musk came about. You don't have to like Elon Musk. I don't give a shit what you think about Elon Musk. But that was
he's a goddamn hero.
So do I, personally. And I think that was a historic moment in this nation. Because what it did was it made all the other companies, it would look so weird. And while they're still doing it to some level, they're not as rampant about it as they were just a year ago even. You know what I mean?
And it's not a unified front that it was.
No, exactly.
Yeah, they'll stick out like a sore thumb now.
Monday, the Metropolitan, said it had received allegations of offenses in London and elsewhere. So now people are calling the hotlines. And they would investigate these. Yeah, sure. All the crazies that come out of the woodwork now. Anybody that went to lunch with him and didn't get a call back will come out now and feel like they were wrong.
Right. Ooh, is there going to be a big class action suit?
Oh, sure. Why not?
I want to get mine.
Yeah. While offering specialist support to all women who made those calls. So they've got someone here to talk you through this.
There you go. Yeah. I bet they do.
Sure. Yeah.
Some call it a therapist. Some might call it a coach.
Sure. Yeah, some might call it a coach. Great point. Do you think they offer that to men, too? Do they think they have dudes sitting around or women sitting around just waiting for those battered men to call and, be there for them?
What?
Yeah. Hey, men are in gay relationships getting their ass kicked every day, too.
That's true, but that's still a woman.
Yeah. On some level. The investigation
You're the one getting your ass kicked. You're the wife. You're the bitch.
Is being carried out by detectives in the Met Central Specialist Crime Command, led by Detective Superintendent Andy Furphy.
Furphy?
Furphy.
Okay.
What up, Furf? Furphy? Furphy said, "We continue to encourage anyone who believes they may have been a victim of sexual offense, no matter how long ago it was, to contact us."
Come on, pile on.
Just believe it.
Pile on.
Yeah, if you just believe it, that you maybe were a victim. We don't know.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah. So, by the way, the Met spokesman did say there have been no arrests and inquiries continue. So we're still scouring the globe for anybody.
Here we go.
Ahead of the episode that he aired, he said on Twitter or X, whatever, "Are we being silenced? The battle for free speech streaming now on Rumble. We're going to be telling you the truth. We're going to be talking about the state and legacy media's war on free speech, and in particular how that's affected me this week. We're going to continue to do that on this channel, what we've always done, which is tell you the truth as best we can." He urged his 1.6 million followers to fund him to, support his channel. He also savaged his former employer, the BBC, for its Trust News initiative that tackles fake news.
Wait,
my God.
How many followers has he got?
1.6 mil.
1.6 mil?
Yeah.
So at $5 a month?
Yeah.
It's not a bad gig.
Yeah, but you know that only 10%.
I understand
that.
I understand.
Which would still be a pretty penny. You're still talking about, $50,000 a month, $60,000, $70,000 a month, whatever it would.
Whatever.
My math stinks. He said as to the BBC of their Trust News initiative. So we got a whole department tackling fake news.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Of course.
That's a real thing.
We got to put trust in there just to try and make you believe us.
I also don't imagine that you've heard of the Trusted News Initiative, and now, as often is the case, when a word like "trusted" is used as part of an acronym to describe an unelected body, trust is the last thing you should be offering. The Trusted News Initiative is a collaboration between big tech and legacy media to target, patrol, choke, and shut down independent media organizations like this one. Fact. That's a fact. Make no mistake about what they are trying to do. Those are the people that told you, we know for absolute certainty that this is a falsehood. Joe Biden did not shit his pants when he was at the Vatican because rumors are not fact.
Yes.
We're not going to look into it any further. The fact that
they didn't disprove it.
No.
They just say that it's not proven.
Right.
Which is this weird gray area.
Right.
But it's saying it's acting like it's not true because it's not 100% proven, but it's not disproven either.
No. So the fact that he had a change of clothing while he was there for his short visit at the Vatican, I mean, whatever. It doesn't prove anything.
No.
Lots of people go there with a bag and spare set of clothes.
Yeah.
I know I would if I was going to the Vatican for an afternoon.
Well, yeah,
I'd bring a spare suit just in case. You never know.
Well, that kid come flying around, you never know.
Yeah, and just if I get a mustard stain on my tie, I'd like to be able to disrobe completely. I'd look like a fool.
Yes.
Meeting his
tie,
his popalness with a mustard stain.
No,
fuck out of here. I got to change everything, including my underwear. In that case. Can you imagine if Snopes had that same standard that they did for Joe Biden shitting his pants at the Vatican for Russell Brand, where they went, rumor isn't fact. So no, at this point, this is a falsehood.
Right.
You think they have that take on Russell Brand?
I don't think so.
I doubt it. I could be wrong. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Nope.
But my guess is the day after all this shit came out and they fired him from everything and all agencies and tours are canceled, agents dropped, all that shit, I bet Snopes didn't come out and say, "Hey, slow down, folks." You know, just like we said about Biden potentially, probably, most likely shitting his pants at the Vatican.
Yep.
Rumor's not fact, and that standard holds true for Russell Brand as well. So we're not just gonna crucify him here, to use religious terms, if you will. Are you looking something up there?
I was seeing if they had anything on Russell Brand and Snopes. They do not.
They do not. All right.
Nope.
Native American campaign group. Are those are the Feather Indians, right?
That is Feather, not Dot. Correct.
Okay, so the Native Americans.
That's casino, not call center.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. It's just want to make sure we got it right. I didn't know which Indians were bitching.
Don't know which accent to use.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't know if it was the hello or the thank you, come again. I didn't know which Indians were fired up and bitching. Should have known because it involves the Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As in Kansas City.
Yep.
A Native American campaign group has urged Taylor Swift. Finally, we have a woke idiot on our team. She's inside.
Yeah,
She's inside the Chiefs.
Well, actually, Chiefs inside her, but yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
But, you know, it probably plays out the same. While a chief is inside of her now,
Yeah.
it's either way they're connected, you know? So they want to use her newfound position among the Kansas City Chiefs fan base to help them fight to ban the tomahawk chop and the chant.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we know how that goes.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
That whole
I'm aware.
thing.
Yeah.
You know that you've heard that?
Once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Braves did that for a long time.
The Braves do that.
Well, that's banned at the stadium, I believe, now.
Okay. Good luck with that.
I love that. You know what I love? I love nothing more than watching Redskins highlights, whether it's something on the field and they pan the crowd or something like a fight in the stands. And it's littered with Redskin logos. I love it.
Yeah.
Redskin jerseys, hats,
Of course.
helmets.
The best.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so glad I bought a Redskins helmet 25 years ago.
Yeah.
To have it
Yeah.
up there. It's from the 70s. I love it.
Beautiful.
It's got that beautiful fucking Redskin logo. It's the only logo I recognize.
Nope, exactly.
You know, it's just
W. I don't know.
awesome.
Get that W out of here.
Fuck out of here. Coalition of groups are in a long-running battle with fans and have urged them to abandon the popular tradition in which fans break into a war chant, making a chopping hand motion designed to mimic the Native American tomahawk. Local groups have long urged the team's chop tradition and even its name. They say that they're derogatory to American Indians. Similar chop chant was banned in recent years by the Braves and in England with the Exeter Chiefs. I don't even know. I'm assuming that's a soccer team or some shit.
Probably.
Rugby squad. You know, I don't know. Cricket team. Irrelevant. Yeah. Now, in an attempt to use Taylor Swift's huge popularity, that's great. That's a great way for Taylor Swift to really get in good with the home team fan base.
Yeah. And that's I really think about the Swifties being just hardcore football fans.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it matter that she's a lifelong Eagles fan? She's saying anthems at Eagles games.
No.
You're in division now.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck, Taylor?
Wait, Philly and Kansas City are in the same division?
Oh yeah, no. I was thinking of Eagles and
Okay.
Wait, and Redskins.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was thinking Redskins.
Gotcha.
Sorry. One campaign group has called upon her and her fans to use their fame to help their cause. Okay, her and her fans do not have any fame. Okay?
Nope.
Let's be clear about that. You would be using her fame. And that would be the dumbest thing Taylor Swift could do. You want to get booed out of the stadium every time you're there?
Right.
Make a PSA about not doing your 100-year-old fucking
How about
celebration
How about
shit.
I just stay out of this one?
Yeah.
And just
Take a knee on this one.
Let Travis just fucking pound me.
Rhonda Lavaldo of Not in Our Honor said, "We remain hopeful that an outside influence like Ms. Swift could be an ally for us in moving the conversation forward on why the chop is a racist act. To us, that hand gesture is synchronized racism." Well, that's a new term. I've never heard of synchronized racism.
Yeah, it is a freshie.
Yeah. I mean, the old terms get overused and whatnot. So coming up on the new one it's kind of colorful, spices things up. Synchronized racism.
I like it.
It's pretty cool.
We are just coming up with all kinds of new terminologies. Right? The unhomed. The unhoused.
Unhomed. Yeah, I love that one. That one's great.
Food. Oh, what's the one?
Oh, yeah. Not deprived, but
something like that.
Yeah.
Food. Something stupid.
Yeah, it's for the hungry, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Food less.
No, food. That's how stupid it is.
Yeah,
I can't even think of what it is.
Right. Yeah. We implore Ms. Swift to take the time to understand our perspective. Oh, my God. As if people have nothing but time on their hands to understand your plight. And the scientific and psychological research into the harm to youth and communities caused by such behavior. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yep. I don't think that's going to go well for anybody.
By the way, maybe we've got some brave. I know we did at one point. I don't know if he still does, but we did have someone that worked for the Braves that was a big listener.
Okay.
He worked in their locker room. I can't remember what he was a coach. He was like a God. I hope you're still listening. No, he was like a strength coach, maybe
strength and conditioning coach,
perhaps something along those lines. And he reached out to us a few years ago. From the Atlanta Braves and blah, blah, blah. Hopefully he still listens or someone can get word to him. I'd love to know if that, I haven't watched a ton of baseball this season, I'll be honest. And now that football started, I will literally watch no baseball unless my Giants do something.
Yeah, right.
The Tigers obviously aren't going to.
No.
I'd love to know if they're still doing that chant and what do the 50 security people in a stadium of 50,000 people do?
What are you going to do, right? Exactly.
What are you going to do?
Comical.
Yeah. Although I will say that one, of all, slippery slope, no offense to our Asian listeners, but that one with the does seem more offensive than most.
Okay.
As far as like using a logo or a team name, the Chiefs, the Braves, the Indians. Like that one, Tomahawk, was used to scalp.
That's correct.
People, right? For the most part. I mean, it was
that never happened, though, right? They didn't do that?
Yeah, but
was that totally made up that they scalp people with tomahawks?
No.
The tomahawk chop?
No.
Well, they shouldn't even do it like this. They should do it like this.
Do it like that, like a scalp?
Do it like this.
What if they lay their...
You got to hold that hair.
Yeah, that holding hair part. Boy, oh boy. That's
Although
gruesome.
you gotta really like saw that thing off, I think. I don't think you can just chop it off. Like
well, in cartoons and stuff, it makes it easy.
I think you gotta get in there and really fucking
carve it. Boy, oh boy.
Get it off of
that would suck, because that wouldn't kill you.
Be a tough way to go, yeah.
To be scalped. If they just let you go and you had to walk back to your society, you had to walk back to your crew, like...
What happened, dude?
Bro, what the fuck, man?
Get a little thin up top, pal.
Did you
Time for some Rogaine.
Did you get scalped? Dude, literally.
What?
No. What?
Like, no.
What a pussy. You got scalped, didn't you?
I got attacked by a bird.
How many was it? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. How many did it take to scalp your fucking ass, huh? 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Indians. How many? Because you look like shit right now, buddy. That's worse than just losing some shit, receding hairline.
And if does the hair ever come back, or are you just stuck with that horseshoe?
I think you're stuck. They take it down to the fucking skull, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it does come back.
Maybe. I don't know. I bet the hair doesn't grow back.
Probably not. You've probably ruined some follicles.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point.
Maybe that's why I just think now like the male pattern baldness, where you have that horseshoe,
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's from.
Maybe
their ancestors were scalped.
You think?
Maybe.
And it was like the hair just gave up, going for generations going forward.
You can explain to me why Australian shepherds don't have tails.
Yeah, that's true.
How they bred that out of them.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
You think the Indians bred fucking hairlines out of some white men?
Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Snopes.
I can't.
All right.
Can't. Rumor is in fact, as we know.
Exactly.
But,
it's as good as any, as far as I'm concerned.
I got to admit, I was Team Indian in some of those situations. I was watching Yellowstone, and they had some, what do they call them? Chieflets. It was what are the chick ones?
Pocahontases?
Pocahontases. Going to school, and they were going to the white man's school. So they raided their teepees and all that, and they're like, you will get with our God. And they're like, no, I don't believe in your God, dipshit. You know, I'm fine here with my TP and my crew. And they're like, no, you're going to believe in our God. And so they drag them off to some wooden hut school. And some of them were defiant. And one of them ran away. And the priests and shit with their collars and everything went after her on horseback.
Oh, no.
And
did Pocahontas survive?
Pocahontas did. But she gets to a point, she said, I've never understood that. In the Wild, Wild West, like, it'd be so easy to hide.
The Wild, Wild West.
There's nothing there. It's like, how do they catch you? Well, I don't understand. Like, you can't go off the beaten trail and just fucking disappear somewhere.
Yeah, it's all woods.
No, but there's enough. It's like 3 dudes on horseback. Come on, man. You give me a half-day head start, I'm gone. I'm in the wind. You're never going to find me.
Yeah, it's not like they're the Indians that can track you.
Yeah, right.
The white guys, they know what the fuck they're doing.
And they've been burying their noses in the Bible and shit for so long. But anyways, they find this chick and they start roughing her up. Maybe perhaps a rape's about to happen, whatever. But one of the Indian chiefs has been stalking this from afar.
Okay, keep an eye on the situation.
Yeah, he comes upon the scene.
Tracking.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah, and he fucking scalps this motherfucker, and I'm like, fucking take it.
Yep.
Take his fucking whole head off. This son of a bitch trying to force this on this young Pocahontas and then trying to and smacking her around, beating her ass. 3 grown-ass men taking Pocahontas on in the wilderness, and this dude fucking cut his scalp off. I loved it.
What happened when they caught him?
Oh, they killed him. Yeah, they did. But Pocahontas got away, and this dude got scalped, and he knew it was happening, and he was fucking crying. And
yeah, because it doesn't kill you. You got to sit there and just take it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, just take a scalping.
Well, I don't know how you just take a scalping.
Yeah.
I mean, even in a headlock, like how are you going to just take a scalping?
Well, he might have shot him too. He might have arrowed him up proper.
Well, still,
and
man.
then he was kind of just laying there bleeding
You know how bad I'd be squirming? I mean, I'd be squirming, motherfucker. You trying to scalp me?
Yeah, even with a bunch of arrows in you, though?
Well, yeah, it's probably more.
Yeah.
Then I'm just going to be like,
he's just like, come here, you. Get over here.
Just get it over with. Do it.
Get over here. Get it. No, we'll get it over with, but we're taking this fucking scalp.
My great.
I was rooting for it.
My great grandson is going to be so upset about this.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, weird story coming out of New England, Gillette Stadium. You remember? Was it last week? I guess it was last weekend that the fan died in the stands. Was apparently punched twice by a Dolphins fan.
Yeah, not this past 2 weeks ago because it was Miami,
New England.
Because Miami just hung a 70 on.
Yes. Yeah.
On Denver.
God, what an ass whooping. Dale Mooney was his name. He's 53 years old.
Mooney.
You're an asshole. He's not in the best shape of all humans, but you wouldn't expect so in New England.
Round is a shape, Mike.
Round is a shape.
Yep.
And so he's going to be laid to rest. He was being laid to rest today.
Did Bob Kraft chime in and take care of the arrangements?
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
Fucking died on your watch, Bob. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in your house.
Yeah.
And he was a 30-year season ticket holder.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
There's some disturbing, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak for everybody. Certainly not going to
speak
speak for you. Very, very disturbing information in this story. I'm just going to put that out first.
All right.
So,
trigger warning.
Footage obtained by NBC 10 showed the father of 2 longtime Patriots ticket holder being swung at by a Dolphins fan. The punch connected. Eyewitnesses said Mooney fell to the ground moments later. During this brawl, he was then rushed to a nearby hospital before being pronounced dead. 9 days on now from his passing, Mooney is being laid to rest.
9 days? Jeez, what'd they do? Parade him around the country?
I don't know what they did. Isn't it usually less than a week?
Generally, I would think, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the part, and I apologize. Not everybody needs to hear this kind of stuff. He's being laid to rest in a Mac Jones Patriots jersey.
Wow. That's the one you're going with?
Yeah.
Mac Jones?
Mac Jones.
Why the fuck would you?
Look, he's not here. I'm sure he didn't have it in his will.
If he had been a 3-year season ticket holder,
exactly,
I would allow it.
Yes.
He's seen some shit.
30 years he's been going to that stadium.
Who's before Bledsoe?
Tony Eason?
Right? With the old fucking school logo, the Patriot and the
number 11.
Stance.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. And you chose Mac Jones?
Or other people chose Mac Jones.
Well, yeah, he didn't choose shit.
No.
Maybe it was in his dying wishes.
Then say that.
Yeah.
As remarkable as this may be, part of his will was to be buried in a Mac Jones jersey.
Oh, man. Yeah,
like, if you're a season ticket holder of the Patriots for 30 years...
You sat through the GOAT.
The absolute GOAT. That's like me, my grandfather, having season tickets at Candlestick Park for 30 years and choosing to be buried in a Steve Bono jersey.
Right?
Do you know what I mean?
Trey Lance.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. Trey Lance. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
Jeff Garcia.
Right. No.
Right.
No.
Makes no damn sense.
They do point out it's unclear whether it's the very same jersey he was killed in Gillette Stadium. So he was wearing a Mac Jones. Now, he could just be one of those guys like, hey, man, I'm supporting the new regime. Let's go. Come on.
Maybe that was his thing, and this was his jersey. This was his game day thing. This is what we're going to bury him.
I buy a new jersey every year. You know, I'm going Mac Jones this year. I believe in the team.
I have a theory.
What?
It's the only one he's got that still fits. He could have been a bit more svelte in the Brady days.
Yeah, when he bought it 25 years ago.
Yeah, and
Brady jersey.
Now he doesn't quite fit into it.
Yeah,
Although, don't you shrink up a little bit when you die? Probably suck back into that thing.
Yeah, I don't know if they do lipo, but they should be able to do that.
I don't think they suck the fat out of you. I think you just, you lose a lot.
Maybe. But it's not that they can't get a jersey, a Brady jersey big enough to traipse him in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think...
Again, Bob Kraft. Where you at, buddy?
You
get a massage?
You're talking about being buried forever. This dude's going out. Mac Jones might not be your quarterback in a year.
Correct.
I'm more offended by that than it's like.
I'd have more respect if he had a cutoff hoodie.
Yeah, sleeveless hoodie.
Yeah.
What's more offensive? Honest to God, it is a serious question here. The fact that you got punched twice and died in the stadium, or that you're being buried in a Mac Jones jersey? I think it's more offensive.
100% Mac Jones.
I think the story, it sucks more.
Yeah. It doesn't, I don't feel bad for him anymore.
Right.
And it could just be his, he probably, is turning over in that grave.
Yeah.
Going, don't you fucking dare.
How
put that
dare
on me.
you?
Get my fucking Brady jersey out of the closet.
Yeah.
And put that on me. Don't you dare. His wife. This was his favorite.
Mac Jones. She probably has no idea.
This was his favorite jersey.
If he had a choice, he'd probably go rip the fucking Jones name off the back, put Brady on there, and pretend it's a Michigan 10 jersey. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He wore 10 at Michigan. But even Brady, I need Brady's comment on this. Are you fucking kidding me? 20 years of what I did for that?
He's got to be pissed.
He's got to be like, dude, seriously? I can't believe you sell Mac Jones or Mac Jones jerseys.
Yeah.
Jesus. I can't believe you sell them, let alone you're going to bury someone for eternity in one? Mm-hmm. Hello?
If you could pick one Pats jersey, what would it be?
You'd have to go Brady.
Would you?
I think so. Mm-hmm. Ty Law would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Old school Tony Eason, not the end of the world.
Okay.
I know I'm missing a bunch. It's kind of like Deion Sanders when you were asking me about Atlanta the other day. It's Deion, duh. Randy Moss, you could go with. He had a great year in New England.
Yep.
Damian Woody would be a better choice than Mac Jones. Some of the running backs were great. Teddy Bruschi jersey wouldn't be the end of the world. What, you're smirking at me? What do you got? What am I missing? What am I not forgetting?
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
all day.
It's not a bad one. Oh, I didn't even think Gronk. You could go Gronk too. Was Irving Fryer a famous one?
He was a Redskin.
No,
Fryer.
Mm-mm. Irving Fryer was a Pat. I'm almost positive.
Okay.
You know who would be a dope one to get? Who was the guy that got paralyzed from the neck down, hit by Jack Tatum? I believe that was back in the 70s or something.
Not sure.
Yeah, what's his name? Did a whole bit on it on Charlie Murphy, Hollywood Stories.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Daryl Stingley.
Stingley. That's
Daryl
right.
Stingley
Yep.
jersey would be kind of dope.
All right.
And if you're in a wheelchair and you're a Patriots fan and you don't have a Daryl Stingley jersey, missed opportunity.
Wait a minute. Irving Fryer
Yeah.
played 3 years in the NFL.
Did he?
That's it.
With New England?
Jesus. 3, yeah.
Was it with New England?
Yeah.
So it's my Ray Caruth of the Patriots. Leave me alone.
Who am I thinking of?
What you said, the Redskins?
Yeah. Oh, no. Patriots, Dolphins, Eagles, Redskins.
Oh, God, no one remembers. Wait, you said he played 3 years and he was on 4 teams?
Well, no, this was for some reason they show his stats here of 81, 82, 83. But that was those are his college stats. And then he was drafted by the Patriots. He played for the Dolphins, the Eagles, and the Redskins.
All right. Who the hell are you thinking? I don't even know who you'd be thinking of on the Redskins.
I don't. It's fine. No big deal. It'll come to me later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, 3? There's no way he only played 3 fucking years. I remember that dude.
Yeah.
But that's his college career. Sorry.
All right. Fair enough. A third Democratic senator has come forward now claiming New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez needs to go.
Oh, is this the dude with the cash?
Indicted on federal bribery charges. Yeah. He wants people to remember that prosecutors get things wrong.
Oh, yep.
And everyone gets the presumption of innocence. Keep that in mind. Obviously not Russell Brand, not Donald Trump, anyone like that.
What are we talking about here?
For him, he really wants that presumption of innocence.
Of course.
This is kind of a crazy story. Legal experts are warning he should be very concerned about the monster case against him. Vermont Senator Peter Welch became the third senator in a matter of days to call for Menendez to step down. I believe our boy in Pennsylvania also called for him to step down, or someone told him to. Fetterwoman.
Yes.
So, yeah, you've got Fetterwoman, Sherrod Brown of Ohio, and Peter Welch. All three slammed the politician who has enjoyed his seat in Jersey for some 17 years as an embarrassment. Months after 48 grand in cash, gold bars worth hundreds of thousands were found during a court-authorized search. I think that's a misprint. I think it was over $480,000 in cash. Calls for him to step down ramped up after Menendez's press conference yesterday, where he refused to resign and claimed stacks of cash in his home for emergencies because of the history of my family facing confiscation in Cuba. Well, that sounds fair.
Wait.
You know, they used to just confiscate money in Cuba, and so for people like me, for children like me,
And you're in Cuba?
no.
Oh. Okay.
A fair question might be: so you were born in Cuba?
Uh-huh.
No.
No?
No. But the Castro regime was famous for this, taking cash from...
okay.
But you wouldn't be saying that his parents left Cuba in the 50s before Castro's regime started. That's crazy.
Oh, it's weird.
Weird.
It's odd.
It's weird. And he was born in America? Wow.
Unbelievable. Huh. Well, I mean, this clearly, it resonated with this guy enough that he feels like he's got to squirrel away cash.
Right.
Yeah.
Gold bars.
Yeah, because that's what he took out of his savings or whatever.
Sure. Those hardworking, man.
Just taking out.
For 30 years, he says, I have withdrawn thousands of dollars in cash from my personal savings account, which I have kept for emergencies. And because of the history of my family facing confiscation in Cuba.
The history of my family facing confiscation.
Right.
In Cuba.
Right.
Okay.
This may seem old-fashioned, but these were monies drawn from my personal savings account based on the income that I have lawfully derived over these 30 years. Of course, he didn't address the payments made to about his mortgage for free, the Mercedes convertible that someone gave him, or the gold bars.
Right.
Just at this point, the cash.
Okay, right.
But he's presumed innocent.
Of course. Shouldn't everybody be?
Yeah. The indictment claimed the senator and his wife, Nadine Arslanian, engaged in a corrupt relationship with 3 Jersey businessmen from at least 18 through 22, was gifted more than $400,000 in gold cash for various favors.
That's a weird coincidence, isn't it?
Crazy. Seems like we've heard this story before, too. Mm-hmm. You know, there was a story that came out today.
Well, I would like to be able to, because you could probably trace a lot of that money. And I'd like to know.
It's all going to have 30-year-old serial numbers.
I was going to say, if any of those are 30-year-old bills.
Yeah, those bills, one thing for sure, you won't have seen them in circulation over the last 20, 30 years. No, it's not like it's like going to be in circulation last year. Mm-hmm. Not like that would be easy to prove. So this he's got it locked. He's good. He's good. The indictment charges Bob Menendez and his wife Nadine, as well as 3 businessmen, Wael Hanna, Jose Uribe, and Fred Daibes, who were accused as being co-conspirators, faces 45 years. It's not the first time the senators face such allegations. If he were to resign, the then governor could appoint a replacement till the end of his term. The indictment claimed the senator Googled, how much is 1 kilo of gold worth, after arriving home from a trip to Egypt in October 21. Sounds like you got a nice gift in Egypt.
Yeah, right? How'd you get that back in the country, motherfucker? What'd you do? Is that on your carry-on?
Multiple gold bars are found during a court-authorized search of the couple's home in June 22. So this administration's been sitting on this for a year.
Yeah, okay.
Keep in line, Menendez. Just shit in line. Mm-hmm. Remember what we found at your crib, sir. The gold bars were part of hundreds of thousands in bribes the couple are accused of accepting. Daibes, one of the co-conspirators, and 2 others were involved in paying hundreds of grand in bribes in exchange for the senator using his power to secretly benefit the Egyptian government. Prosecutors accused Menendez of seeking to influence an ongoing federal prosecution of Daibes. Menendez's wife were accused of corruption allegations involving the purchase of a luxury car. That would be a convertible black Mercedes-Benz. Beautiful.
Sharp.
400 grand in gold bars and cash, payments of a home mortgage received by he and his wife. At a press conference, he pushed back against some of these charges and demonstrated he intends to fight back, calling the charges salacious.
Salacious.
Yeah, it's a good word.
Not false. Salacious.
So much of this cash that he was keeping at his house, because of Cuba, obviously. I mean, he's seen it all.
Every time you say, what's the guy's name?
Menendez.
Nope, the other one. One of the...
Daibes?
I just think of fucking... I see Wilford Brimley going...
Diabetes.
That's all I see. Every time you say it, his face flashes into my fucking head.
The walrus stash and all, yeah.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Much of that money was stuffed into envelopes and hidden in clothing closets and a safe. Nadine had over 70 grand in a safe deposit box. No, it wasn't just hidden in clothes. Okay, so it wasn't just in the pocket. They were sewn into the lining.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Of like tracksuits and shit.
Okay, yeah. They went after it to find this stuff.
Yeah. Nadine cashed in over $400,000 worth of gold last spring in a sale that occurred just months before this investigation was announced to the public. Damian Williams, attorney for the Southern District of New York, outlined these. He noted investigators executed a search warrant.
Wouldn't you do that shit bootleg? I mean, sure, you're not going to get top dollar for it, but your name's not going to be associated. You don't go to a reputable gold dealer to sell your gold bars as the wife of a politician.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You find the backdoor deal, you melt them down, you do something.
Yeah.
To throw the scent off.
Have your uncle sell them.
People are
Have your brother
stupid.
sell them, something, anything. Well, that's why what the Bidens were doing when they opened 20 different shell companies all over the world and said it would take decades to unravel. That's their words. Mm-hmm. It would take decades for them to unravel what's been going on. Mm-hmm. By the way, story just broke today that James Comer said that they now have, because they've been subpoenaing bank records and stuff, so they've gotten 2 checks totaling $260,000 from the Chinese government directly to Biden's house in Wilmington, Delaware.
Really?
Yeah.
made out to the big guy?
Yeah, it's made out to the big guy. Apparently for Hunter, but mailed to Pop's house, the big guy's house.
Regard. Okay.
The fuck, man.
Amazing.
Agents discovered a lot of gold. Those behind this campaign simply cannot accept that a first-generation Latin American from humble beginnings could rise to be a U.S. senator.
It's racism. That's what it is.
Wrong,
it's
sir.
Coordinated racism.
By the way, okay, let me read that sentence again. Those behind this campaign, cannot accept that a first-generation Latin American from humble beginnings could rise to be a U.S. senator. First off, dickface, you were born here. Your family's been here since the early 50s, like 53.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. And if you think America as a whole doesn't love a story like that, you're an asshole. This idea that...
Weaponize it.
First off, people can very much accept that. They have for a very long time.
That's what this country's built on.
It's laughable to even insinuate. No one gives a shit about your Cuban heritage, pal. No one. And what people hate more than anything is some privileged cunt going to Yale without the grades and a coke habit, getting in on his father's name, and then getting into the Navy and being kicked out for that same those privileged issues, those people rising the ranks with nothing but privilege blowing at their back for 40 years, that Americans can't stand.
Yep.
You coming from humble beginnings, we love those
it's the feel-good story of the year.
Yes. Think about it. You love Eminem, who came from fucking Nowheresville in middle America and scrapped his way up and fought tooth and nail and you love that story. Americans love that story. In general, we love those stories. They make movies about people like that.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Well, it's just a grasp at straws. Just to try and cry racism.
I have been falsely accused before, but because I refused to back down to the powers that be and the people of New Jersey were able to see through the smoke and mirrors and recognize I was innocent. There's no smoke and mirrors here, Menendez.
No, there's $400,000 in cash and gold bars laying around, and your bitch just cashed in $400,000 in gold bars.
And you're a career politician making $150,000 a year.
Yeah,
so
this is
fuck
what you're.
off.
This is out of your savings.
Menendez.
I guess it's what. Well, so if she already cashed in $400,000 in gold, that's already gone. But that has to be added on top of this.
Sure,
they obviously have documentation that she sold this. This is like word of mouth,
right? By the way, they were near bankrupt and almost lost their house a handful of years ago.
Oh, well, really weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this idea that he's got hundreds of thousands,
he's just been saving all these for an emergency, but losing the house wouldn't have qualified.
Not really.
I'm not touching the cash. Fuck the house.
Kidding me? The gold bars, the cash. Fuck out of here.
Come on, this is not going to go well for Senor Menendez.
Menendez tried to disrupt the federal criminal prosecution of Fred Diabetes. In exchange for the money and other items of value, Diabetes is an old friend of Menendez, has fundraised for his Senate campaign, and has ties to the Genovese mob family.
Oh, perfect.
Menendez promised to and did use his influence and power to pressure President Deadman Biden to nominate a U.S. attorney for the District of Jersey who Menendez believed could be influenced by Menendez with respect to the federal criminal prosecution of Fred Diabetes. Menendez recommended and Biden later nominated Philip Selinger as U.S. attorney for Jersey, which is the top prosecutor for the state. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah. We'll see where that goes.
It's not going anywhere well.
No.
Dude's fucked.
Here's the problem, though. I believe wholeheartedly that maybe not to that level and maybe not so
but it goes on every day,
egregious,
and people will want this to go away so that it does not.
Call me cynical. Call me a conspiracy theorist.
So we don't get any of that sunshine disinfectant.
Right. Yeah. That if he wanted, he could go out and go, but he did it too, and he did it, and she did it, and blah, 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 and he could point, and he wouldn't be wrong.
No.
I mean, Biden's shit is fucking Loctite. That dude is as criminal as anybody that sat in a politician's chair in the history of this country. Joe Biden is that guy. He just is. Menendez knows that. And my guess is anybody that's been there 50 years just rotting to death in Congress or the Senate or on any of those levels.
One reason you're still there.
Yeah.
Because it ain't the paycheck.
Yep. And the only reason you leave is to take a board seat on some fucking giant, so you can keep the bullshit spinning and going round and round and round. You take a board seat, scratch your back, you scratch mine, you pay me. He was also accused of getting shit tons of cash for a low or no show job, which is another thing we've seen. That's exactly what Hunter was doing. He wasn't living in Ukraine, going to Burisma meetings, right? No, he's just appointed to the board and collecting his $87,000 a month. That was it.
Necks and cash and checks.
Exactly. You know who my day is?
I actually thought about that today, ironically enough. I was sitting at a stoplight and I looked over and I saw two city council signs sitting there. One's Bill Dwyer, who was a I think he was Farmington's police chief at some point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then he's become
you're talking about like lawn signs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then somebody else the name I have no idea. The same thing. They're both red, white, and blue. They're right next to each other. And it actually, ironically enough, and this was just hours ago, I thought, Bill Dwyer popped in my head. I'm like, so this guy's been in public service his whole life.
Yeah.
I know that name from when we were kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
What the fuck do they do? Politicians. Think about, like, I fucked up, dude. My body's wrecked from doing what I do.
Yeah.
I should have been a politician.
Yeah.
What do they do? Think about it.
They're lawmakers, T.
What do they do?
Nothing.
I mean, really, try to articulate what a politician does.
They steal your money. That's their whole gig.
That's government.
It's absolute bloat. Mm-hmm. It's criminal activity.
Yeah, but what do they actually do?
You're taking people with egos that are off the stratosphere. You can't even measure the egos on these people. Mm-hmm. They're smooth talkers outside of Fetterwoman.
Yeah.
You know, he's a fucking tard. But outside of that, most of them are either living off the fact that they've race baited their way into something or sex baited their way into something.
Yeah.
But most of them are smooth talkers.
I mean,
and they know how to game the system.
In the day-to-day operations, what do you actually do? Sign some papers, kiss some babies, shake some hands? I mean, you don't fucking do anything.
No. You don't produce anything.
No.
You don't sell anything. DC is very much like Hollywood, where that
at least Hollywood produces something. There's a product at the end of that.
By that I mean the town is built for that industry. Mm-hmm. So
exactly,
even
self-sustaining.
Even the industries that aren't what you would consider part of the entertainment field are catering to the entertainment field. So they're all hand in glove together. DC is the same way. They produce nothing. They provide nothing. They just, whatever's going on there in that swamp is all for that swamp.
Bills, laws, shit. Stop it.
Big words.
Stop it.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. It's a joke.
Yeah, it was just ironic that came up. It's because that literally was an epiphany I had an hour ago. On my way home.
Hey, being a politician is probably way better than being a police chief, by the way, even if you are in Farmington Hills.
Big time.
You know, you got to deal with some bullshit as a police chief.
Yeah. No,
I mean, that's a no bullshit gig, and I give him credit for that.
I might start a grassroots campaign.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, if you had a small enough community, at least we could have. I don't know if we could today, but we definitely could have got someone through. We threatened to have E run.
Yeah.
Because he was technically living in a spot. I can't remember what the details. Maybe someone can email. But we were going to run him, and I guarantee we could have got him 10,000 votes, which would have easily put him in the seat to be on some board somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just the start. You know, you shake the right hands, kiss the right babies. You know.
Yeah, Hat's brother is a city councilman. I think it's city council.
Yeah.
In Ionia. Who's a retired military.
You don't own me.
Yeah. Oh, I own you. But yeah, like.
But he's a military guy, isn't
right?
he?
But
Like,
I mean,
he's an honest dude.
I'm not taking it. But just moved into that community, was retired, was like somehow met somebody, and they were like, "Hey, you know, we could use somebody like you." And won, got a seat.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yeah. Beth is on a couple things, I think, in Franklin.
Oh, the libtard board?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, perfect. She's
like
the chair.
Cemetery board or something, and it's like, you're always hanging out here being a pain in the ass. Why don't you sit in? And,
yeah, right.
You know, whatever. I can't think of anything worse. Ugh. No, thank you.
I know.
I'd get power hungry. I'd get addicted to the power. Whatever tiny bit of power you had.
Yeah.
You know, no, you can't have a 4-foot fence on your lawn.
Yeah, but it doesn't start paying until you get into like governor.
Yeah.
Mayor.
Yeah.
You know, and mayor at least runs like the day-to-day stuff. Like a mayor, I can actually respect on some level, like the coordination that goes on to it. But a representative, a senator, a congressman, fuck are we doing here, really?
I know people that are super well off, that have just done well for themselves, and I call them the mayor. Because they actually get shit done when they want to do something. Yeah. Like they actually can, and I mean it a positive way.
Yeah.
In that they can just break out the checkbook and literally change a business's standing. You know what I mean? And value. Like, I understand what the value is here. We're going to cut out the red tape and the bullshit. it can make things happen. It's like, yeah, you want to know the mayor over here. Good people to know.
Indeed.
You know? Kamala Harris. I mentioned this in the
Camel toe?
Camel toe Harris. Yeah. I didn't, honestly, I swear to God, I didn't know she was black until she started parading it around when she started getting shit numbers.
Yeah.
And like, I'm black, so you're racist. And I was like, wow, I just thought you were a dumpy white chick. Who knew?
Oh, I thought she was black. I didn't know she was Indian.
Oh, is she Indian?
Yeah, that's what she really is.
Really? Yeah. I have no idea. I know she used to fuck
Everybody?
Williams? Was it
Montel?
Montel.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. She used to fuck Montel Williams. He's fucking a goofy-ass white dude now, Doug Emhoff or whatever. She's viewed as the worst vice president in decades. According to a poll, as pressure grows on Biden to pick a new running mate, some 40% of respondents placed her ahead of Mike Pence and Dick Cheney as the worst recent holders of the office. When asked to pick a word to summarize the vice president, let's see. Do you want to guess some of these?
Sure.
And I'll see. The number one word, incompetent.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yep.
I'll give you that one. At any point, you can guess.
All right, so I'm just supposed to, this is just one of those things. When I say Kamala Harris, this is the word that pops into your mind.
Asked to pick a word to summarize.
A word to summarize.
Yes, incompetent was number one.
That's about the only one I got.
Yeah. I'll get you started.
All right.
Unpopular.
Yeah.
Secondary.
Okay.
Socialist.
Ooh.
Insane.
All right.
Consistent.
Tell me Quixote is on there.
Un-American.
Ooh.
We got a positive one. Passionate. She's passionate.
Okay, sure. Yeah, well, that's how you get to the top.
Inadequate. Dislike. Ignorant. Worthless. Untried. Negative, bad, horrible, liberal, cunt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the one I was going to throw out there.
Unseen. We do have respectable.
Okay.
There's a couple dipshits out there. Strange. Untrustworthy. Useless. Loser. Stupid. Weak. Non-existent. Unsmart. Sucks. Liar. Evil.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay, so there's three in there.
Hold on, we're not done.
Oh, geez, okay.
Fake, empty, incapable, trash, goofy, Democrat, token, ineffectual, underrated. Okay, that's another positive one. She's underrated.
Okay.
Annoying, whore. That's probably for Montel Williams, and she fucked Mayor Brown, too, in San Francisco.
That's right. That's
got her head.
Right.
Dumbass, unknown, yuck, inept, traitor, joke, robot, idiot, awful, poop, nondescript, hypocrite, unimaginable, biased, suspicious, silly, failure, unsure, uninspiring, dangerous, competent, tolerable.
Okay, so those two at the end.
Bozo, detached, clueless, fraud, social, yuck.
Social.
Yeah, social.
Okay.
She's
very social. Yeah.
On dance floor dancing and stuff. Unfavorable, and then they said presidential.
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 Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's presidential.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's not a very good list.
No,
I forgot strong.
Okay, there I was going to say,
Strong.
it can't be all negative. There's got to be some.
Leader in very small print here. And powerful.
Oh, all right. Well, she is powerful. She is the number 2 in the country.
Yeah.
Although, seriously, though, have you seen her?
Yeah.
No.
She's next level.
No. I mean, have you seen her?
What do you mean? No.
Anywhere doing anything?
No.
For real, though?
No.
I haven't.
No.
I mean, I'm not really paying attention, but
you don't see Joe that often either doing anything. They kept him away from 9/11 and all that shit. They don't want him anywhere near anybody.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I remember Pence being all front and center on shit, but
yeah, but he wasn't gonna. Dude, I know it's cliche, and I don't want to Fox News this thing, but the word salad about her is remarkable. It's remarkable to be like talking to NASA engineers.
Nassau, Bahamas.
No, like NASA.
Okay.
NASA engineers and being like, so like space is like this way far away, like talking to them like they're in kindergarten. It's remarkable to watch in person, to watch it and be like, oh no, what is she doing? And I don't think Kamala Harris is stupid. She was a fucking DA. She was the head DA in a major metro city.
Yeah. Well, she also is black and gave great head.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Sucked great dick, apparently. Which I wouldn't put it past her. That's not to be overlooked. That's a great attribute to own.
Exactly right.
You know what I mean? Believe it or not, there are women out there that suck at sucking dicks.
There are.
There are. We've met them, seen them, used them.
Tried them. Experienced it.
Yeah. You know?
Left a bad Yelp review.
Yeah. I mean, if you need Neosporin after she's done, it's a problem. Thumbs down, man. What are you doing with those teeth? What are we doing?
Yeah.
So she apparently passed that test, flying colors, and she got that big old black veiny hog in her mouth, Mayor Brown, old as shit. But
yep. And the rest is history.
Yeah, which is why they put whore
straight to the White House.
Yeah, right up the ladder. Campaign spokesman Kevin Munoz. Oh, Kevin, I know you're trying to climb the ladder. You're trying to, they've given him a list of ingredients and he's trying to make something edible out of it. But when you've got shit and used tampons as your two main ingredients, like at some point, Kevin,
your entree is spam. You can only do so much.
And only a quarter of a can of spam.
It's like KJP. Yeah, your girl.
Yeah, my girl.
Yeah, you can only do so much with that.
Yeah, there's not much you can do at all. So Kevin says, strong, effective messenger on the campaign trail. She helped deliver wins in 2020 and last year in midterms. Okay, if you say so. Again, Kevin, I don't mean to, like tell you how to do your job.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
That she was good on the campaign trail?
Sure.
Well, how about now that you're in office, bitch?
Yeah.
Now what?
Oh, slow down.
No. I shall not.
Yeah, well, it's not fair.
Oh, yeah. So she was good at going out raising money. She was good at getting other people elected.
Yeah.
She was good at getting Joe elected. Yet,
keep in mind, Joe and Kamala each individually had zero responsibility for getting elected. It was either a hate vote for Trump against Trump, or a vote for Trump. It's as simple as that. Joe Biden's never been popular. Kamala Harris has never been popular. And you're seeing that play out in real time.
Oh, I don't know. Some people really liked his foreign policies.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
How's that working out now?
Next year's election will be a stark choice between Biden and Harris, who want to grow the economy from the middle out and bottom up, protect women's right to choose, lower child care prescription drug costs, and the extreme unpopular MAGA agenda. Oh, Kevin. Oh, Kevin.
Yeah.
I know you're not going to be there long. I know you think you're doing right.
Take it while you can get it.
But every arrow is pointing in the same direction. That doesn't mean these pieces of shit can't win. But if you think the job they're doing is decent and they're worried about the economy and they're killing it with the economy, you're delusional, sir. You're nothing short of delusional. That doesn't mean Trump won't win a nomination and everybody and their brother will come out and hate vote against him. That doesn't mean that.
Right.
That could absolutely happen. But by no means does that mean that your team of Biden and Harris is cleaning up. They're not. They've had every opportunity. They've got media support. They've got Hollywood support. They've got liberal support across the globe for every stupid decision they've made. The only decisions they've made, all we've seen it do is hurt American families and small businesses.
Yeah, let me know how much better we are how better off we are right now.
We'll win in 24 by putting our heads down and doing the work as VP Harris is as she travels the country meeting with young voters, not fretting about polls. Believe me, every time there's a halfway decent poll, you can't rave about it enough. So can't really have it both ways. Her first big role was tackling the root causes of immigration crisis at the Mexican border. think we can all agree she crushed it there.
Still, yeah, to this day.
Crushed
Has
it.
she even been there? Because last I knew, she had not even been there. So.
No, she was in Texas, to be fair. Now, she was 500 miles from the border. And Texas is a big state.
Close enough, right?
She could see it with, I don't know, satellite images. Mm-hmm. She could see it.
She was told what to see and say.
Are there binoculars that can see 500 miles? Or would you literally need to be 100 miles up in the air to see 500 miles?
You would have to be well up in the air. Well, it depends on what type of flat earther you are.
True. Yeah. I would hang that, Kevin, as their spokesperson. I would just hang that list here in your office.
Yep.
And you can count on one hand the kind things people said.
Yes.
When people are throwing cunt and whore your direction,
it's generally not great.
It's not great.
Not a good look.
Not great.
Nope.
Should we do an Ask T. Roy?
Yeah, because today Ask T. Roy is brought to you by your insurance expert.
Oh, I got an email about that.
Ooh, good. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Well, health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. That's Nick Matthews, 248-914-1173. Your Insurance Expert.
Hold on. Who's your guy again that can help with health insurance? And can he help in North Carolina? Thanks, Matt.
Stop it.
Well, that's the email. It's just one of the emails we got.
Okay. First of all, I got to tell you, this pisses me off.
Why?
Listen to a fucking show.
Well, don't yell at the listeners.
I'm just telling you.
Good.
I get this a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what's the... Okay.
I know.
No problem.
What time's the movie start? I know.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Second of all...
You're going to have to
ironically
eat shit
enough,
on that, swallow it, and just move on with your day, because you're going to get that a lot.
Matt... Well, I thought this was... with the Nick Matthews, I thought this was sarcasm.
No.
Because Senor Matthews has relocated to Myrtle Beach.
North Carolina. Boom. Matt, yourinsuranceexpert.com.
Nick Matthews, 248-914-1173.
Call him Matt. He's great. He'll help you a lot.
Matt, that's for you,
help
buddy.
You very, very much.
He will. And tell him I said hello. I missed that handsome son of a bitch.
I know. He's great. He's awesome. Handsome son of a bitch.
Right?
Brother, too.
Yeah. And congrats. The cat's out of the bag now.
What?
He's hooked up.
All right.
He's taken. Got himself a ball and chain.
Good for him.
Somebody lock that shit up.
Start spitting out kids in no time.
Yeah. Oh, God. Ugh, don't.
RadioFor1.com. It's where to buy merch, T-shirts, sweatshirts. Get your sweatshirts, your hats, your winter beanies, your trucker hats, all that stuff. It's a perfect time for it, too, as we've got fall upon us and all that good stuff. We've got the Amazon link, Amazon Canada, for our favorite neighbors to the north.
Oh, yay.
Feel free to use those. They give us a small kickback. It helps. Every little bit helps. My Pillow, just use promo code TDC. Also a link to our Patreon page. Best way to support the show. So we got Jason here writing in.
Okay.
Oh, no. We were going to do Ask T. Roy.
Oh,
sorry about that. We'll get to
right.
email in 1 second.
Yeah, we got all sidetracked there by our insurance expert.
Yeah. Dear T. Roy, I'm living with a man
Okay.
who has 4 kids. Nightmare.
Yeah.
We've been together 22 years. He claims the house will be mine upon his demise. How do I ask him to show me his will to see if what he says is true? I don't want to have a fight with his kids in court because they have the money to do it and I don't. I work for what I have and a lot of the things in the house I have bought. Please tell me how I can approach the subject. Concerned and worried.
Well, first of all, I'm no elder law attorney expert here,
Since
but
when?
I think that it goes to you automatically, even if he has a will. If you are married, living with,
but
fucked.
22 years,
Yeah,
and
unless-
it depends what state
There
you're
might be some common law stuff there.
For sure.
But if you were married or considered common law, then I believe it would automatically go to her. That's just the chain of command.
They're not going to kick her out on her ass.
Right. If that's her house, she lives there. because the hat kind of went through this with her mom passing and the stepdad and still kind of figuring all that out. But my understanding of it on some level is that it would automatically sort of default to her, unless it's because she would have some right to it based on living there and being married to him. So because Will says everything I have goes to my kids, it would essentially, everything would go to her.
Yeah, I would think that's the way that goes.
Something like that, but I have no idea, and I this is so not in my wheelhouse.
Right,
so
right.
Talk to me about when he's banging to the neighbor.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Is there a? I mean, after 22 years together, right? This isn't a relationship you've been in for 6 months and he's just happy getting fresh new puss.
Right.
He's getting brand new vagine for the first time in decades, and he's willing to say anything. I'll give you the house, I'll give you everything. You can murder my kids.
Yeah.
22 years in, you would think you'd go, hey, Bill, by the way, I know you said this. I'm worried about your kids. They have a lot more money than I do. If they wanted to press things, can you just make sure this is in the will so I don't have anything to worry about? Like 22 years together,
like
you would think
you're vested enough that you should be able to
have
that subject. Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't like a 6-month relationship.
Right. Because, hey, Bill, I didn't ask you about the house. You told me that you were going to give me the house.
Now, granted, I was 6 inches down, mouth first on your cock when you said it, but I just still,
I just want to have some assurances to that. I just, I want to know. I want everybody to be on the same page. I don't want your kids to think that they are entitled to it. I just want in the horrible event of your passing,
right?
The last thing that I want is there to be any confusion of your wishes or any animosity between your children and I.
Yeah.
I want to just make sure that while you're here, everything is spelled out and clarified so that everything is crystal clear to all parties involved.
Yeah.
I think that's an easy way to broach the subject.
I do know, and I'm speaking from experience here, some people do not like even broaching the subject when it comes to their potential demise.
Yeah.
Again, I got to be careful about what I say because I can already see people going, no. People that I care about. But
fuck them.
There have been some things that have come up like, hey, you got a lot of shit, and someday you maybe aren't going to be here, and I don't know what any of this stuff is worth. Can you start leaving notes? Like, I don't know if that painting you have there you bought for $5 at a garage sale or if you spent $6,000 on it. Can you help a brother out here? And some people are like, feeling like, how fucking dare you bring up my demise? Don't you worry about it.
Well, you bring it up like every day.
What, me?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I do? My demise?
Yeah.
I bring up my demise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a problem with my demise.
How can anybody else bring it? What? Okay. Oh, you weren't offended by it.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
No. I'm not talking about myself.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No. I'm talking about other people in my orbit.
I was saying that when somebody was, I thought the way you were explaining that was that somebody was saying, hey, man, you have a lot of stuff,
no, I'd have no problem with that.
And then you were like, don't talk about me fucking dying.
No.
That's weird. Yeah.
That's a great point. I should do that. I should put sticky notes on everything. Like, yeah, dude, this is actually a very rare X that I have here. Yeah. This is first edition. And
can we put one on the window that says this is not Nikki Simmons' base?
Fuck off, cocksucker. No, but some people that's a very, very touchy subject for, and I understand that. So that could be that. This could be what she's talking about. Is like, how do I?
Again, it sounds like he brought up the when I die, you get the house.
Yeah, that could have been 20 years ago, and she was again balls. He was balls deep in her mouth.
I thought I offered a diplomatic solution.
I think you did very much. I was just relaying something that I have run into of late, where I didn't think it was any big deal. Someone asked me that, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm honored you're thinking about me and my shit."
Sure.
Obviously I'm going to die before the rest of you, so that would be very nice of me.
We'll make sure that it gets its proper due.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
However, I am aware that some people very much have a problem with that.
Gotcha, roger that.
That's all.
Okay.
Dear T-Roy. We'll go out on this one. You know what? It's fucking late as shit, dude. You got to go to bed. We'll save the T-Roy for tomorrow. Okay. My bad. I'm not going to get, because we'll want a discussion about it.
Yeah, today's not the day to go long.
No, I'm so sorry, dude. Okay, I reference this one. Egyptian butthole play.
Okay.
So-and-so from Egypt. We flew into Cairo last night. I'm delighted to see this in our bathroom. It's a bidet.
I got you. Yep.
This will be my first time experimenting with butthole play. I'll be thinking of you the whole time, Mike.
Oh, it's flattering.
Yeah, very, very. I'll provide a full report after its use. Love from the Middle East, Jason. Thank you, Jason. And look, I don't know what your Middle Eastern bidet is like compared to the one I used in Northern Arizona.
Right.
And I can't tell you, at the very end of October, right around Halloween, I'm going out there again.
Oh, your butthole's never going to be cleaner.
And I'm spending 4 days at that place.
On the throne?
Dude, I am going to live on that thing.
There you go.
Warm, massaging, music playing, just straight stream on my asshole.
That sounds fucking romantic as shit.
I am looking forward to it. Hey, look, man, I'm single. What am I going to do?
Right?
It's
Take what you can get.
Yeah. I didn't know. I like some light butthole play. Sue me.
There you are.
All right, T, let's get you out of here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hopefully this show gets posted tonight, as it's late enough that I don't even know if AA runs up.
Right, everybody's already asleep.
Everyone's done. So anyway, thank you for those that stuck late with us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully you'll join us then.